We had my daughter's first birthday party at our house this weekend, and this is the 5th birthday party that I've hosted for my kids. And when I posted about it, I got a lot of questions from first-time moms about like how we structure our birthday parties. And I know it can be stressful hosting a birthday party at your house, but I feel like I've done it enough times now that we kind of have like a recipe, a schedule, and a plan down that works really well. So I thought I would go through everything that we do, the timing, the food, the activities, all that sort of stuff, so you can get some ideas for how you might want to host your next kid birthday party. Number one is timing. I think it's really important if you have a baby to do it at a time that they're going to be well rested. So for example, our daughter wakes up at 11 from her first nap, so her party started at 11:30. It gave her 30 minutes to sort of like come to, have a bottle, get fed, get changed, get into her birthday outfit, so that when people arrived, she wasn't like just waking up from a nap and was like, why are there a million people in my house? But we still had a solid few hours for her party before her next nap. Another reason I like starting it like 30 minutes after she wakes up from a nap is because you have that whole nap time to get like your last minute prep done with less kids to worry about. Now, if you have an older kid, I think it matters a little bit less, especially if they're not on any naps. I find that like 12 or 1 is a really good time for like an older kid birthday party, so like 3+, because people can still have their mornings to do stuff. And it's like the nicest part of the day. You're most likely to get some good sunshine and some good weather. Next is planning your activities. What I like to do is I like to make sure I have one physical activity and one craft activity. Bonus points if both of them can be outside. If your kid's birthday is when it's going to be good weather outside, I feel like keeping the party mostly outside is your best bet, because then your house doesn't get completely filthy and torn apart, and it just keeps kids more occupied. And so I always like to have like one big physical activity, whether it's a jumpy house. This time we had like a water park that we bought, and then we also did a water table for the little kids. But something like that is always really fun, especially if you have the space for it. And it just keeps kids so occupied and gets their energy out. And then I also like to have one crafty activity for the kids that maybe aren't as physical, or maybe they're a little bit shy and they don't feel like interacting with all the other kids. Things that have worked really well for us in the past, we've done bracelet making, we painted birdhouses, painted like little wooden ornaments. For my daughter's birthday party this past weekend, we just put out a bunch of coloring stuff because we only had a couple older kids since she's so little. But I think 2 activities is just the right amount, because there's not too much prep work that goes into it and too much setup or cleanup. I always like to make sure that people are well fed at our birthday parties. So in the past, we've always done morning birthday parties, and we do pancakes on our flat top in the backyard, which is so much fun. People just bring their plate up and my husband's just making pancakes the whole time. And then we'll have like fruit and some other sides and drinks. This time, since her party was a little bit closer to lunch, we actually got it catered from this local restaurant that makes really delicious Santa Maria barbecue. And so we had like grilled chicken, tri-tip, and tortillas, and people just like made their own tacos, and it was a huge hit. And then we sent people home with like all of the leftovers because there was so much food. I also like to make sure that we have a lot of kid-friendly snacks out. So I'll do like cuties and pouches and goldfish and all that sort of thing. So if a kid comes that has like some picky eating habits, they can just pick something from there and they won't go hungry at the party. For dessert, I really like to just do cupcakes. I find it so much easier than having to slice a big birthday cake for a ton of people. But we did do a birthday cake for my daughter this last weekend. I just felt like having a big cake for her, and it was actually kind of annoying to slice for everyone. So I think we'll revert back to cupcakes for future birthday parties. But if you really want a cake, I think the best route to go is just getting one small little cake for the birthday kid. Whole Foods and Sprouts have really good options for those, or you could just get mini pans and make your own. And that way they have their own little cake, and you can do cupcakes or cookies for everybody else. The last few birthdays we've hosted, we have said no gifts. Our girls have more than enough things. I don't need any more things in my house, but for people that choose to still bring gifts, which is totally fine, it's very sweet. My girls love to open them. We never open them at the party. We wait until everybody leaves, and then we'll send like a thank you text with them with the gift and be like, thank you so much for this, or we'll send out thank you cards. I just don't think people really want to sit through watching kids open a ton of presents, and I feel like it's hard for the other kids to watch other presents get opened that they're not going to be able to play with. And last is the music that we play at birthday parties. In my opinion, if a kid whose birthday it is under 3 years old, you should just play like normal adult music. My favorite radio stations on Spotify are the Olivia Dean station or the John Mayer station. I feel like they just play a lot of good, easy songs that everybody enjoys listening to. But if you have an older kid, I do think it's fun to make a playlist specifically for their birthday. For my daughter's 4th birthday in December, I made her a mix of all of her favorite songs. So it had K-pop Demon Hunters on it, a ton of princess songs on it, some Taylor Swift, some Sabrina Carpenter. She still listens to it all the time, and she really loved that. Let me know if you have any other birthday party questions. I love prepping and hosting birthday parties for my girls. I just find it to be so much fun. And I feel like we've really got it down to a good system now where it's not stressful and we kind of just have a routine.